G'day to everyone. Today I'm back at the historic property I've been detecting at for some time now. My newish CTX is over there waiting for me, and today I fitted it with the big Coiltech 14x9 coil for more ground coverage. Coins and other good stuff are getting harder and harder to find here, so today my plan of attack is to skirt around some of the areas I've already detected. But if that doesn't prove to be fruitful, I might just wander over some of the areas I've detected already. Anyhow, I'll just see how it goes. And after a while, this looks like my first coin. And it's an Aussie halfpenny. Moving on, and nearby, here's a good coin impression. So it must be down there somewhere. And it's an Aussie penny. Aha! Another coin. Oh no, it's not. Had me fooled there for a second. It looks like a cap or cover of some sort. What's this? And it's a ring. That's the first one I've found on this site since I started detecting here. And here's a musket ball from a very wet area of the paddock. Later on, out came a rusty stirrup, and it's starting to rain lightly now. I wandered over to an area I've never been before and found a few modern bits and pieces, including this complete wine flagon, which was empty of course. First button for today. After a while I returned to an area where I'd found some coins in the past, and I started digging some iffy signals, just in case there might be some more coins here. And here's a small clawfoot leg, probably from an old clock or an ornament, or a bowl or a pot maybe. And the next iffy signal, and that looks like part of an old bottle down there. I'll just put the camera down for a minute and dig carefully around it, and hopefully it's not broken, as they usually are, and I reckon I might be in luck this time. It's looking good. I'll just dig a bit more. And out it comes. It's still got some fine wire around the top, but I don't think the CTX would have picked that up. Very good. And just to think, I've walked over this area many times before and I just didn't know it was there. And it just makes you wonder what else might be under my feet that I don't know about. Okay, it's lunchtime now. And while I was sitting there having lunch, I noticed the kookaburra disappeared into that nesting hollow up there in that red gum tree. Then after a while it flew out again and went over there somewhere. Oh, there it is. Off it goes. Lost track of it after that. After lunch I headed off into a different direction. And here's a buckle. or part of a buckle anyhow. Aha, now that's more like it. A Vicky penny. And later on, returning to an area that I thought I'd already covered thoroughly, here's a threepence. And it's an English one too. It looks like Edward VII. And nearby, here's a cufflink. It's amazing how often you can find good things a second time around from an area you thought you had cleaned out the first time. And just to finish off the day, another button. Oh well, it's time to head for home now. Okay, a closer look at today's finds. As you can see, today's junk includes a fair bit of modern stuff. Today's iffy signals mostly produce these large, rusty, handmade nails. A selection of buttons from today, and only 2 buckles, or parts thereof. The clawfoot leg and musket ball. I cleaned up this round brass whatever, and it has Bennett Watchmaker 65 Cheapside on it. With some internet research, I found out that Bennett made clocks and watches in London in the late 1890s. This certainly doesn't look like any part of a watch, so that leads me to the conclusion that this might be part of a clock. The cufflink has a shield design on it. The ring also has a design around it, but there's no other markings on the inside. And so on to the coins. The Aussie penny is dated 1913 and unfortunately has a fair bit of corrosion on it. The halfpenny is dated 1922 and the English penny is dated 1866 and has a lovely greenish lustre about it. You don't often find them like that. And the 1909 Edward VII English threepence cleaned up really well, and it looks like new. Come to think of it, all the Edward VII silver coins I've found have cleaned up really well. There must be some good silver in them. So I ended up having a pretty good day with 4 coins and other bits and pieces. I also caught up with the farmer today and gave him some of my earlier finds from here, as he wanted to add them to a display of other historic bits and pieces from this property. Better that than just sitting in my drawer at home, and he was really happy about that. I did the Geo Trail thing today on the CTX, and the yellow trail is the morning hunt, showing where I found the Aussie halfpenny, penny and ring. And this yellow trail is the afternoon's hunt, showing where the English penny and threepence were found. I used to collect antique bottles, and these plain ones are a bit hard to date. Going on the crudeness of the top and the base, or pontil, I reckon this bottle could date from the 1850s to the 1860s era, but I could be wrong about that. Okay, well that's about all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, it's goodbye from me.